fit, are we?
Yeah, I think you were right. I must be allergic to my house.
Oh, that's too bad. I guess you'll have to move.
Move?
Yeah.
They called it just another SpongeBob episode, but for countless kids, it was something else entirely. The title alone made some viewers run from the room. Others sat through it, only to walk away whispering, "What was that even about?" This was the infamous I Was a Teenage Gary, the episode that didn't just confuse children, it terrified them. And for decades, nobody could quite explain why it felt so different. At first glance, it seemed like a random attempt at weirdness, a one-off horror parody buried in the bright world of Bikini Bottom. But rewatching it as an adult reveals something deeper. Every decision, every unsettling image, every wrong turn was intentional. This wasn't an accident. It was a carefully constructed story designed to leave you uneasy. From wholesome beginnings with SpongeBob and Gary to a nightmare transformation sequence, the episode flips tone faster than anything else in the series. For many, it broke the unspoken safety net that Nickelodeon usually offered kids. Normally, when things go wrong in Bikini Bottom, some authority figure swoops in to fix it, but not here. Every adult fails, every safeguard crumbles, and the story transforms into a creature feature straight out of a midnight horror show. So why did the creators take this risk?
According to the nice man from the Labor Authority, it's time for your break, boyo.
We get breaks.
Props!
Why was SpongeBob, a show famous for laughs, suddenly dipping into body horror? To understand that, we need to walk back through the episode itself and uncover the bad choices that set everything into motion. The episode begins innocently enough. SpongeBob and Gary share sweet, wholesome moments. Gary on his exercise wheel, SpongeBob scooping him up saying, "I love you, Gary." It feels like any other lighthearted day in Bikini Bottom. Then Patrick bursts in with news of a jellyfishing convention. SpongeBob hesitates. He can't just leave Gary for the weekend. But when Squidward overhears, he instantly volunteers to pet sit. Why? Not because he cares for Gary, but because he craves peace and quiet. His decision isn't responsibility, it's selfish convenience. What follows is a chain of neglect. Squidward spends days sunbathing, forgetting Gary entirely. When he finally remembers, Gary is collapsed on the floor, weak and dehydrated. Squidward panics, shovels food into Gary's bowl, then even shoves it into his own mouth when SpongeBob returns. More concerned about hiding guilt than saving the pet, things spiral further when a vet arrives. Instead of doing his job, he hands SpongeBob a syringe of snail plasma and tells him to do it himself. SpongeBob can't. Squidward tries only to jab SpongeBob by accident. That moment, played almost casually, is the turning point. A cure meant for Gary enters the wrong body, and the stage is set for something far darker. From here, the jokes fade. The episode tilts into nightmare fuel. A single mistake, rooted in selfishness, laziness, and irresponsibility, has opened the door to horror in Bikini Bottom. The moment SpongeBob accidentally receives the snail plasma, the entire tone shifts. At first, he laughs it off, burping, meowing, and joking that he worries too much. But when night falls...
Oh, I can't right now. It's a big day for Gary.
His snail mitzvah already?
No, that's tomorrow. Today he's going to the...
Things get disturbing. His footsteps grow heavy. He stares into the bathroom mirror, trying to convince himself he's fine, repeating Squidward's careless reassurance. Nothing's going to happen to you. But his reflection disagrees. His eyes twitch unnaturally, his language falters, and his body begins to change. This sequence is pure body horror. The mirror shot feels ripped straight from An American Werewolf in London, a film famous for its grotesque transformation scene. SpongeBob's legs shrink, his voice warps, and the humor vanishes. For many kids, this was the first time SpongeBob...
What you doing in my house?
We're checking to make sure this guy really is a certified foot masseur and not some kind of assassin.
Well, I say he checks out A-okay.
Didn't feel safe. It felt like watching a horror movie in disguise. Squidward soon realizes what's happening when SpongeBob, half transformed, shows up at his door and lets out a haunting meow. Terrified, Squidward boards his house, hides in closets, and finally blurts out the confession the story had been building toward. None of this would be happening if I only fed that snail. That line flips the entire episode on its head. This isn't random weirdness. It's a horror plot with a monster, a confession, and a curse that spreads. SpongeBob's infection isn't just scary, it's symbolic. And the symbolism reveals exactly why this episode has stayed with viewers for decades.
Then you'd be the perfect pet. Oh well, guess it's just catch and release for now.
Oh, this really could be the start of something beautiful. Ow! What in the name of...
Squidward, look!
On the surface, I Was a Teenage Gary looks like random horror thrown into a kid's show. But peel back the slime and a deeper theme emerges. Responsibility. The so-called curse doesn't target the innocent. It punishes the caretakers who failed. Gary, the one truly vulnerable character, never does anything wrong. He gets sick, waits silently, and suffers because the adults around him neglect their roles. Think about it. Squidward forgets Gary while sunbathing. The vet refuses to do his job. Even SpongeBob, normally responsible, chooses to trust others instead of acting. Every step is a failure, and the punishment reflects that. Unlike the classic film I Was a Teenage Werewolf.
Eat up, you little cuties.
So, I guess I'll be going then.
Where the kid suffers while adults escape, Nickelodeon flips the script. Here, the adults who fail Gary are the ones cursed. Fans have long debated why this episode felt so off. Many now agree it was intentional. A Halloween creature feature disguised as a SpongeBob story. The monster isn't SpongeBob turning into a snail. The monster is neglect itself, the slow build of tiny bad decisions, stacked together until they create chaos. Mirrors real-life responsibility. Pets, kids, even small tasks. Neglect doesn't shout, it creeps. And that haunting final image. SpongeBob, Squidward, and Gary meowing on the fence beneath the moon cements it. It's not just bizarre, it's a visual punchline that doubles
Skin! He's got clam flu!
What? No, I was just scratching.
as a warning. This is what happens when caretakers fail. Decades after its release, I Was a Teenage Gary remains one of the most divisive SpongeBob episodes ever. For some, it was nightmare fuel. The bathroom transformation scarred countless childhoods. Others dismissed it as one of the show's weakest moments, too weird for SpongeBob's usual tone. But rewatching it with adult eyes reveals why it still lingers in our memories. This wasn't a random misfire. The episode originally aired as part of Nickelodeon's Halloween lineup, paired with Scaredy Pants. It was deliberately structured like a monster movie, borrowing cues from I Was a Teenage Werewolf and An American Werewolf in London. Fans on forums still point out how unusual it felt. The pacing, the horror imagery, even the way authority figures abandoned their responsibilities. It broke the formula, and that's why it stuck.
Surprise! I figured what you needed was a party to help cheer you up. Unfortunately, everyone I tried to invite was busy or sick, but don't worry. I used my papier-mâché skills to fill the party with your favorite person.
Most SpongeBob episodes resolve with an adult, a friend, or even a random fish swooping in to restore order. Here, nobody saves the day. Every character in charge fails, and the result is chaos. For kids, it was shocking. For adults, it's symbolic. It's Nickelodeon proving it could be fearless, showing kids that sometimes the people you trust drop the ball, and that trust itself can be fragile. The episode haunts us not because it was bad, but because it broke the rules, and taught a lesson in the most unsettling way possible. I Was a Teenage Gary wasn't just a weird SpongeBob episode. It was a hidden monster movie about neglect, trust, and responsibility. Its horror elements shocked kids, but its message endures. When caretakers fail, chaos follows. That's why this episode remains unforgettable, unsettling, and strangely brilliant decades later. If you enjoyed uncovering the truth behind this strange SpongeBob classic, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into hidden cartoon stories. Share in the comments. Did this episode scare you as a kid, or did you see the meaning behind the madness?